a cocktail. Well, that's over, but a cocktail. And you eat all you can want. Super easy.
I'm like totally speechless right now. It's even better than I imagined. Look how amazing that is.
What happened here basically is, well, in Tuscany, take a map of Tuscany and point out whatever random town in it. Every single town used to be a state. Florence, Pisa, Prato, Pistoia, Livorno, every single town used to be a private state. And so they were all literally showing off to each other. So who did this, who did that, who did this and that and that. So imagine 12-year-old kids bickering and fighting. I did this tower, I'm gonna make it bigger, blah blah blah, and that, and that, and that, and that. So Florence decides to smack this. So these guys, imagine them sitting around at a table. Didn't happen that way, but sitting around at a table and drawing this down. Structure-wise, they don't have no notion of architecture. They don't have no notion of masonry, nothing. They're structuring this and they're building it. So when they bring this to the project, to the architects, they're just like, you're crazy. We're not gonna build this. We're not gonna be able to build this thing. But money-wise and so on and so forth. So they start building the first part. The first part is the cathedral. And that's Santa Maria del Fiore. That's basically, I don't know if you know how they build cathedral. If you look from up top in the map, it looks like a cross. So you start from the top left side, and you finish basically the top. And then you do the main knob in the middle. So that's how you build cathedrals. And yeah, so they start with that. So they destroyed this whole area that you have here because there were houses here, and there was even a church actually. So you go inside, there's the church steps that go on the downside, and there it's the Church of Santa Reparata. You can see that church, the remnants of it. They destroyed this whole area to build this, and so they start with the cathedral. At the same time, they have to create a baptistry because I don't know if you know. Back in the days, it was considered to be heresy to be baptized or to enter a cathedral without being baptized. And to be baptized in a cathedral place. So, baptisteries that was the purpose. So this is the baptistry of St. John. This square is called St. John's Square. St. John is the St. Patron of Florence. At St. John's here, we have fireworks, we have historical soccer matches, and so on and so forth. So St. John is really, it would be like a small version of a 4th of July. Let's say it that way. So Cathedral, Santa Maria del Fiore, and Battistero di San Giovanni. People call this the Duomo. Did you fall? Did it go in?
Well, it went like, it's just sitting right there.
It didn't go in.
Can I push it in?
It didn't go in.
Oh, okay.
But still,
It doesn't count.
Is that why his nose is so worn down? Because people
Everyone's worn down. Go for it.
You gotta make a wish.
If the cathedral is the central religious center, this is the political center till today. The mayor works in there.
He doesn't live there. He works
No,
there.
that'll be too much. That'll be asking too much. No.
People don't know what's happening.
But this is where the Signoria used to control the town. Remember I told you basically that you had this conglomerate of families that were dominating the town? Like the Signoria. And at that time, an important family came into power, the Medici family. This is their show. This is their stage. Florence become their masterpiece and they start molding. Cosimo I dei Medici, the crazy guy basically, started to finance everything. You had an idea, you just come to him saying, I have this. And 75% of the time, you were financed. A lot of crazy stuff were done, a lot of pointless stuff were done, but this created this artistic movement. Sculpting, painting, writing philosophy. This nude statue being painted and drawn, sculpted. So that's why the Vatican was getting mad about it, because we were walking here and seeing these nude bodies. So Cosimo started that, and this became a must of the Medici family. The Medici family were drawn into that. So 2 generations later, Lorenzo de' Medici, the so-called Il Magnifico, basically inherited all of it. And he launched the Medici family and Florence and what we have today. He restructured the entire town, moving, for example, the market from the Ponte Vecchio to the San Lorenzo market, redesigning this entire square. You see him from statues here. Because of course, he's like, okay, cool, we have all these things, but where to put them? Commissioned Vasari to make the Uffizi gallery back there. Just behind there, that building, you don't see it here, there's the Bargello Museum. At the time Lorenzo was alive, that was the Bargello dungeon. So he cleaned the dungeon and made the museums in it. So this guy was literally revolutionizing Florence and launched, at least for an extra 200 years more, the Medici family. So when Lorenzo Magnifico came into power and saw the potential of this bridge, remodeling town, closed the bridge, made the 2 gaps that you have on this side and on the other side to at least a vista point, and moved the market from here to the San Lorenzo market that we just saw at the beginning of the tour, basically. Here instead, and there are till today, basically there are 5 families, because they basically all blended together. He put all the amber, gold, and silver smiths there. That's why it's called the Golden Bridge. Because today, one of the most expensive jewelry shops are there.